Hey everybody, before you continue watching the video, make sure you give the channel a like and subscribe. Go and follow us on Instagram. Go and check out all the different social media scenarios. Make sure if you're enjoying the content, go there, like, subscribe, follow, so we can keep putting stuff out. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. All right, make a comment on either of our pages and we'll answer them as soon as we can. With like starting jiu-jitsu, what was your experience starting here, and like how did you feel, and how did you kind of navigate through that?
Definitely a fish out of water to start with. Again, you turn up and you're shown a technique, and as soon as you move outside of those very small parameters and anything more than half speed, just here comes the fog, and you're just like, I don't know what to do now. I'm either on top, on bottom. Now what? But again, slowly you do piece it together. I think, again, coming from the rugby contact background, I was able to probably incorrectly like muscle your way out of situations. I think it's just a fairly natural kind of response.
I don't think it's a wrong response either. Like, I think a lot of people are always like, hey, never use strength, never use strength. All right, no, wait a second. All right, there's times you use your strength. There's times, there's particular portions of time and timing that you should exert force. You just can't use it for everything. You can't use it as a blanket thing that's just gonna, you're gonna overcome technicality, speed, and everything with strength, which is how people use it. And the secondary thing I like to say, the people that don't use force are the people that don't have the ability to.
Yeah.
Anybody that has the ability to exert strength will do it.
Force, use it.
Yeah, correct. The people, correct. The people that are very flexible, whatever, that's what they use. The people that are very quick and fast and agile, that's what they use. All right. Your attributes are a complement to your jiu-jitsu, but they're not what you should rely on. And this is where this misconception, because the most common backhanded compliment for jiu-jitsu is, man, you're a strong guy, dude. Oh, man, you're so strong. Man, you know how many times I've been told that at competitions after submitting somebody else or beating them? Man, you're so strong, bro. Oh, my God. Oh, really? Oh, that's why you lost, because I'm super strong. All right, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, but like...
So that's, I'll take that then.
No. The thing is like, when you're starting off jiu-jitsu, you don't know when you should exert, and you just do it at all times.
That's true, yeah. That's actually probably more correct thing to say, is that you use it at inappropriate times.
Absolutely.
You're wasting so much of your energy
100%
on fruitless endeavor.
Within 2 minutes of the roll starting, you know what I mean? And then 2 minutes to 3 minutes in, you're just like, I can't keep up anymore. And the problem is generally speaking, if you're both beginners, you're both doing that. And then, like, I've watched this before, and it's not got anything to do with you, but just like, I've watched two, like, beginner white belt athletes or practitioners of jiu-jitsu that, you know, they're rolling for, 6 minutes or something like that, and 3 minutes in, and from the beginning, it's already to the death, right? It's to the death. There's a craziness going on. This guy's doing this, and they're pulling each other, and then someone does a sweep, and then they pass, and then they get to the mount, and they get an armbar. And now the guy kind of gets on top in the armbar and he's defending, but now the guy on the bottom is so tired, he can't even exert the force when he needs to in the correct time. He doesn't have the ability anymore. He's right there. He's about to finish, but he has no power left, and then the guy pulls his arm out. And then he goes onto the mount, and then he gets an armbar. And now that this guy on the top is so tired, he's trying to do the armbar as well. He doesn't have any power left over. And now you just got this crazy roll of like people trying to finish each other, but they just don't physically have the strength anymore to do it. And it's so interesting. And so, like, again, it is comical because for me, watching that at a completely different understanding, it's funny. It's interesting.
It's ugly to see.
Yeah, of course, it is a little bit ugly because there's craziness going on, but it's comical. It's funny because they're even in the situation that they wanted to do, but they worked so hard to get there. They wasted all their bullets on the way there. They've got no bullets left in the chamber. They can't even pull the trigger to achieve their goal. And it's just a funny, paradoxical scenario. And so many paradoxical scenarios in jiu-jitsu where, you know, again, about the learning stuff and winning and all this stuff. Like, there's a paradox in jiu-jitsu where if your total focus is to win rolls, you end up losing.
Yeah.
But if your focus is to learn, improve, and get better at jiu-jitsu, you end up winning. And the goal and the way you approach changes the outcomes of everything. And it's not only jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? But it's just an interesting thing to kind of like point out and note all the time.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and a follow. Check out all our different social media platforms. There's heaps of content coming out. There's different snippets and content on different platforms. So make sure you're on everything. And again, if it helped you out, recommend to somebody else, and hopefully it'll help them out too.